I'm sure we can all agree that the price of the product is a key influence on its overall success. So let's take a look at the different pricing strategies that a business can choose from. The first pricing strategy we're going to look at is penetration pricing. This is when a business prices a product or service low for the initial purchase, typically through special offers, in order to gain market share through high volume of sales to customers. This helps to break down barriers to the market and generates volume, but doesn't always generate profit. It is classed as a short-term strategy to gain market share. The key to penetration pricing being successful is increasing the price after the initial purchase. A good example of this is Pure Gym, who entice people into signing up to a contract for a set period of time at a lower introductory cost, which then raises after a set period of time. In this example, Pure Gym offer the first 3 months half price to new members with no joining fee whatsoever. However, once they've signed up for the gym membership, the price will automatically increase to the full price from their 4th month onwards, thus providing Pure Gym with a regular, profitable income from that member. The next pricing strategy we're going to look at is economy pricing. As you can see on your screen right now, the value of the Tesco everyday value fish fingers is just £3 per kilogram, which is much cheaper than Bird's Eye's alternative, which comes in at £7.15 per kilogram. This can be known as economy pricing. This strategy is widely used in food retailing, where supermarkets sell food under their own brand, such as Tesco's everyday value, which sees marketing and production costs kept to a minimum. Therefore, the selling price is very low in comparison to the alternative options, thus increasing the quantity of units sold. The key to successfully employing a profitable economy pricing strategy is to sell a high volume of the product, as the margin in each unit is so low. The next pricing strategy that we're going to look at is price skimming. Price skimming is where a company charges a higher price because it has a substantial competitive advantage. This is a common strategy in the technology sector. When a new and innovative product is launched, typically there is less competition in the market and demand for the product is high. Therefore, price skimming can be utilised to set reasonably high prices in order to get high initial returns for customers who want to buy the products around the time of its launch. A good example of this would be Sony in the PlayStation 4. At its launch it was priced at £349, and today it can be purchased for just £209. Thus, as the demand for the product declines, so does the price. The next pricing strategy we're going to look at is psychological pricing. Businesses use psychological pricing to influence customers' buying behaviour, typically encouraging customers to buy products based on their perception of the cost being substantially cheaper when in reality the difference is minimal. This is a very common pricing strategy and is usually used in combination with other pricing strategies mentioned in this video. An example of psychological pricing being used is when a business sells an item at £114.99 instead of £115, which is also known as the left digit effect, as you can see on your screen right now. However, it is most effective on larger sums of money, such as pricing an item at £999 instead of £1,000. The next pricing strategy we're going to look at is premium pricing. Businesses who utilise premium pricing usually have a strong competitive advantage within that industry, and utilising premium pricing will provide the business with a high profit margin. Therefore, a high price is set which psychologically supports the impression of the business and its associated products being of the highest quality and some of the best within that specific market. A good example of premium pricing being used is Canada Goose coats. Although there is no doubt that these coats are made of using some of the highest quality materials and the design is at the peak of fashion for certain target markets, the price is substantially inflated, which in this scenario actually generates more demand for the coats as they are seen as a luxury item. Another pricing strategy is competitor pricing. This particular strategy involves setting prices based on what competitors are charging, also known as the going rate. It is crucial that businesses are aware of what competitors are charging for similar or the exact same product, otherwise they may lose their market share because they've overpriced the products. Competitor pricing is most common in businesses who operate in highly competitive markets. This is because they have a lot of rival businesses and don't have the sufficient USPs or the competitive advantage to price higher than their rivals. However, it is key that a business differentiates itself when using competitor pricing to entice the customers to shop with them. which could be achieved through outstanding customer service or increased availability. The final pricing strategy we're going to look at is cost plus pricing. This is one of the most traditional pricing strategies, within which the business either purchases or manufactures a product for a certain cost and then adds on the margin it wants to make. For example, if a retailer such as Currys PC World purchases 1,000 Samsung TVs for £200 and want to make a profit of £50 per sale, they would add their intended margin of £50 to the cost price of £200, and this would give them a selling price of £250. Although cost plus pricing has the advantage of not using a lot of resources and provides the business with consistent and predictable returns, it is deemed to be an ineffective strategy if used in isolation, as it doesn't take into account the needs and wants of the target market or the price that competitors are setting. Let's test your knowledge on pricing strategies. There are 7 statements on your screen which link to the pricing strategies that we've looked at today. See if you can identify all 7. If you want to pause the video now and have a go, and then press play when you're ready to go through the answers. So number 1, the price starts low and increases. That links to penetration pricing. Number 2, the price is based on competitors. This is linked to competitor pricing. Number 3, the price reduces by a penny and can appear significantly cheaper to the customer. Psychological pricing. Number 4, adds the profit margin to the cost to set the selling price, also known as cost plus pricing. Number 5, uses a high price to increase the demand. Premium pricing. Number 6, the price starts high and decreases over time. Price skimming. And number 7, a low selling price and a high sales volume. Economy pricing. Well done if you got all 7 of those correct. I hope you found the video useful, and if you've got any questions, please comment below.